Now that I got the one drawer fitted, I'll show you how I've been doing this. It's just a matter of taking light passes across the face of the sides. So just do the one side. I've already given this a few strokes. Flip it over and do the other. Paying attention to the grain direction here. This one looks pretty straight. I'll try it this direction as well. Okay, I'll give it a test fit here. See what it looks like. Alright, it's coming along. I like the look of this. So these fronts are designed to be flush with this table leg. So this is the approximate thickness of my fronts. So I've got to remove about 1/8 of an inch. Hope you can see that line. And I'll take it and leave it just proud so that I can, again, hand plane them down to final dimension and get the fit I want. I'm not 100% sure, but 90% positive that this is nice and flat across here, just judging by the way the drawers are fitting. It's a nice reveal, just a few thousandths of an inch when that's inset into this opening. So I'm sure that the faces are going to fit flat, but I still want to leave a little room just in case. So I'll machine this down to, must be about 5/8 or so. Let me just see. Just under 5/8 of an inch. And then we'll work on cutting them and getting our reveal. Before I get carried away, the next thing I want to do is create that turnbuckle on the back of the drawer. So it's going to mount in the back, in the middle. And I'll be able to pivot it up. It'll keep the drawer from pulling out. Before I get carried away, I want to create this turnbuckle. And the critical thing there will be the pivot point. I suppose I can create the pivot point and then mark the length that I need. Let me do that. I'll drill a hole here and decide what I want to do for that pivot. Got these brass knurled nuts that I'm going to use. I was contemplating using this type of knob. It gives you a little more leverage, but I don't think you're going to need all that much leverage to hold that in place. I can always, yeah, I can. I can always go with this if I want. At any rate, if I went with this solution, I'd have to get a bolt that only went about that far. If I go with this solution, the bolt's coming through. Yeah, well, that'd be the same thing here. Either way, I've got to countersink a nut or a bolt in the back of this. So I'm gonna find center, create my pivot point. I'm gonna go down about 1 inch. I think that'll be plenty, and then take it from there. All right, here goes. Get this bit. I made a test hole. I'm not that great at drilling freehand 90 degrees, but I give this a shot. Really no other way to do this except do it before you assemble the drawer, which I wasn't thinking that far ahead. If anything, I want to be just a hair deep. You don't want that bolt head protruding. It looks like it should be good. Yeah, we should be good. Okay. 1/4 inch bit. And I've got this block bit behind it to take care of any blowout. I'll go ahead and go to a different set, but I have one anyway. The reason I want a brad point is I want to put it in that centering hole or centering point that the brad point bit makes. Yeah, that punch through. I'll get this cleaned up, get the block out of the way, and then I'll show you how I'm going to fit that bolt. Not too bad for an amateur. I'm pretty well centered. Just going to make these flat marks here. Actually, I'm just going to give this a little tap. It may go. Nope. Just got to get the points established. You're just taking out these corners. Really doesn't take a lot. Okay. It drops in. Now I'm going to pull it in the rest of the way. Yeah, it's not perpendicular, so it's going to mark that back up. I want to get a washer on there so that it doesn't mark it. Yeah, that's good. Now I think that might be too much bolt. No, maybe not. That'd be good. Okay. I'll rip this down, cut my hole, and then figure out where I need to be height-wise. Alright, I've got plenty of material here if I mess up, but 1 inch up from the bottom, I'll kind of chamfer this and round it over a little bit. Kind of put a soft edge on it, something like this. Might as well mark it as long as I'm here. Something like this. It's a lot better than my chicken scratch in there. So that'll be the bottom. Then I've got plenty of material. So this is all centered this way and 1 inch from the bottom. And so is this one. Then I've got 1 inch down from where the top of the drawer is, plus an inch of material to kind of feather in the fit I want. So let me, I've got to cut these to find out what this length is going to be. I'll cut them and find out where my apex is supposed to be. Now you can see that better. So that's my apex on that one. It should be the same on both drawers. I'll trim these down and see what kind of a radius I can get by so that it'll clear the top. Actually, it'll be that radius. 2-inch radius. Yeah, 2-inch radius, 4-inch diameter. I had this piece of plexiglass cut out from my A-hole game. This will work out just perfect. So I'm going to make it a little bit proud of the line. Okay, that's that shape. And this will be this one. I don't like that one. It's got to be a little bit different here. See if I can get away with this. Right about there. Okay, I'm going to leave the line on this one and leave the line on that one as well, I believe. I get my belt sander set up and round these over. See how we did. Alright, this one is just proud, so I'm going to take some more off of that. This one here, I gotta get the nut on there. It feels really good, but when I go to put the top here, you hear it scraping. I'm just going to take just a hair off of that one. That's good, I like that stop. Right. Just a fraction. I wanted to just make contact ever so slightly, so I'm going to take just a little off of this one, and this one is all the way. Alright, got them both dialed in. Scrapes if you let that drawer drop. That's alright. If you keep it level, it doesn't make any noise, so that's what I want. Okay, we're good. Just to show you how easy this will be. like it.